of the big trends that we're seeing at the moment is symbiotic retreats. Now, what we're seeing is that Gen Z consumers are really counting on wellness activities, and that is definitely going to be one of the key themes and trends that we're going to be looking when it comes to hospitality and tourism. So that is like one of the key themes as well that we're seeing is that Gen Z, 46% of Gen Zers are looking at experiences as a top priority. And with that in mind, and as we blend it also in with sustainability, what we're seeing is that we are looking at more eco-conscious experiences coming through. These are definitely being approached by hotels in a more mindful way. One of the key themes as well that we're seeing with this is that idea of looking at symbiotic trips. And when I speak about symbiosis, what I mean is making sure that not only hospitality, the hospitality industry is obviously looking at the concept of the experience in itself, but also making sure that it's speaking to that ethical consumer mindset. When we're looking at symbiotic trips, what we are seeing is that it's about experiences that really leverage sustainable, local sourced products and also events and even locations. And a good example of this is Chablais Hotels. Now they are offering ancient Mayan rituals and ingredients that really build that symbiotic wellness retreat and also respond also to that idea of community and well-being. Now, that is one of the biggest themes that we're seeing across that. The second one would be also self-care. And what we're seeing within self-care is that, especially even if we're looking at consumers like in China, traveling decisions are driven more by the desire to enhance again and reconnect to nature. And with that in mind, Chinese consumers are increasingly seeking respite with the growing pressures also of urban life. I mean, if we're looking also at numbers, what we're seeing is that 84% of Chinese travelers agree that travel really helps their mental and emotional well-being. And this is also in accordance to Booking.com's travel predictions. Now, in line with that, natural scenery, for example, are really cherished by Chinese consumers. 74% of them look for the new destination to have a natural scenery in mind. Island and beaches continue to be really relevant in the market, and we're definitely going to be seeing this as a future scenario for travel and tourism. 56% of these are going to be looking also as this is a top driver. And therefore, when we're looking at new travel trends, what we are seeing is that we will be looking at more nature-focused destinations and also that disconnection from the crowds. So a good example of that is, for instance, Hotelier Hyatt. And what they've done is Hyatt, again, the brand that they've got in China, they are opening the Cumaine. You may have heard of it, but it's by the Great Wall Hotel in April that was launched in April 2021. And what we're seeing is that this retreat space features a private collection of luxury villas by 12 Asian architects, and they're situated within a 40-minute drive away from Beijing. So we're looking at new destinations, new natural sceneries, and also surrounded even by different mountains. Like the one that Hyatt was looking at was actually the Shringan mountain in itself, with modern architecture and offering a new section of the Great Wall. So how you can really optimize this idea of nature with well-being.